Assalamu alaykum. Baba Salam here from TVQ.Academy, your borderless school of the Qur'an. In this video, I am glad to introduce you to a brand new series, a series from SimplyRYQ. As you know, SimplyRYQ has SimplyRYQ Surah Al-Fatiha, SimplyRYQ Surah Al-Baqarah, SimplyRYQ Surah Al-Kahf, SimplyRYQ Juz number 29, and SimplyRYQ Juz Amma. In fact, we also do have SimplyRYQ Q&A. This is SimplyRYQ my before and after challenge. Yes, it is a challenge, but it's a challenge to challenge oneself to better his Quran reading and literacy. It is not a challenge to prove anyone right or wrong. Therefore, intention is very important, a good intention, and an intention with sincerity between us and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Is going to be a challenge which is also a game. And since it is a game, it comes with some rules, which I hope we can allow ourselves to follow so that the game will be fun. And at the same time, we learn the Quran. At the same time, we fine-tune our reading of the Quran. In fact, those who are more competent in the Quran better than I am can also participate. One will need three things in order to participate. The first is a copy of the Quran. It may be hard copy, it may be a soft copy. And the second thing will be a smartphone. And the third thing will be one's attention, one's participation. Okay, so here are the rules. The rule comes in three parts. Part one is I will suggest a random surah or set of verses and ask you to read. Read by recording yourself. You are not going to send this to me. It's for your own reference and it's part of the game. All right. Step number one, pick up your Quran and open to the surah or the set of verses I'm going to suggest, and then turn on the camera of your phone and record yourself reading that. You may want to read it from heart if you have memorized it, because some surahs will be very, very famous ones. No problem. After that, you pause your recording and come back to this video where I will be reading the same thing and highlighting at least three common mistakes. Three most common mistakes. And then after that, you will go back to re-record yourself reading the same thing against the mistakes I have highlighted. After that, you can compare both recitations and see yourself my before and after in this particular surah. The good news is when we do this, even by reading this the surah or whatever the assignment is twice, we are rewarded. That's why the intention we talked about earlier on is very important. So should we start? Yes. Today the item of our game is Surah Al-Kawthar. Open to page number 602 in the normal Quran, or Surah number 108. And then turn on your video, turn on your camera, and record yourself reading the surah. Pause this video, do so, and come back. اقرأ وربك الأكرم. Welcome back. So now it is my turn to read the Surah Al-Kawthar, and then highlight the three common mistakes there may be in. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إنا أعطيناك الكوثر. All right. Here, pay attention to Al-Kawthar. Do not say Al-Kawthar. Al-Kawthar changes the meaning totally, and it changes the surah for that matter. فَصَلِّ لِرَبِّكَ وَانْحَرْ. Pay attention to وَانْحَرْ. Do not say وَانْحَرْ. That also changes the meaning. وَانْحَرْ is in a different surah and not in this in this surah. فَصَلِّ لِرَبِّكَ وَانْحَرْ إِنَّ شَانِئَكَ هُوَ الْأَبْتَرُ. هُوَ الْأَبْتَرُ. Do not say هُوَ الْأَبْتَرُ. Although this mistake is less harming, is less serious than the previous two, but it is still a mistake in Quran recitation. إِنَّ شَانِئَكَ هُوَ الْأَبْتَرُ. الْأَبْ, not al-abtar, al-abtar. So now you can go back and re-record yourself and pay attention to those three mistakes and then come back. اقرأ وربك الأكرم. So how do you find your my before and after for this particular surah, Surah 2 Al-Kawthar, one of the shortest, if not the shortest surah in the Quran? These three mistakes, it is either you have passed all of them, you have none of them, or you might have committed one of them, one or two, or even all of them. If you have none, mashallah, congratulations. Maybe you may want to reflect on the meaning of the surah and contemplate it and internalize it and put it into practice, or appreciate it if there is no call to action in the surah. However, if you have any of the mistakes, that means there is possibility you have more mistakes. You may want to head to SimplyRYQ Juz Amma, because this is in Juz Amma. SimplyRYQ Juz Amma in TVQ.Academy. Navigate to the playlist and find SimplyRYQ Juz Amma and navigate to or scroll to Surah 2 Al-Kawthar, which is episode number 8, I think, in SimplyRYQ Juz Amma. This is basically the game for today. This is basically my before and after challenge for today. One last thing. Let's cooperate in righteousness. So help me to forward this video to 3 people in your contacts. Not to 3 groups, but to 3 people in your contacts. And you may want to explain why it is important or why you are sharing this with them. This is what will make it interesting to them or get their attention. All right. If this interests you, then know that your opinion matters. Share your opinion. Share your thoughts. How often do you think we should be sharing this? How often do you think we should be playing this game? How often do you think we should be challenging ourselves to master this? It doesn't necessarily have to come from the SimplyRYQ series that have already been done. It may come from any part of the Quran, even if we have not covered it yet. So please do let me know in the comments. Remember to share it with others. I will see you in the next. Until then, see you in Jannah. Wassalamu alaykum wa rahmatullah. اقرأ وربك الأكرم الذي علم بالقلم علم الإنسان ما لم يعلم